Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage. It's time for yet another wheel balancing themed video on my channel. I've had quite a few of those. Bubble balancers, the bi-spart balancer and different kinds of things. But this is a little bit different and I've shown it once before on the channel, but back then it didn't work. This is a balancer that you can use on the car. That means it will not only balance the wheel and tire, it will also balance the axle and all the rotating components. That's pretty clever. The normal way is just fine, but I think if you have some kind of vibrations at very high speed, this machine will be a lot better than the normal ones. I just think it's fun. This machine is a SIRIUS, it's called that. It's a Danish mark. It's called a Micro Balancer. It consists of this gigantic heavy unit with an electric motor that can spin up the tire by pressing down on this and pushing this. I can spin the tire. Then it consists of this, that is a pickup with a rod, so it can sense vibrations. And then there is this thing up here that will measure the amount of vibration, therefore the amount of weight needed. And it will also flash when the vibration is detected. If you watched the previous video on this awesome little thing, you will know that I got it. I got very excited. Then it turned out that the flashing part of this thing doesn't work. There was no flashing, and without the flashing it won't be possible to pinpoint where to put the weights. So that was a shame. Yesterday I found the same model, the same machine, locally, cheap, and I bought it. When I plugged that in, it started to smoke from the engine part of things, so I quickly undid that. But what I wanted was this part. The new machine was actually flashing as it was supposed to, but it didn't measure anything. It's supposed to measure up here on the clock. So all of a sudden I had a machine that combined would work, but didn't work in parts. So I ended up taking the print board from the new machine and put into this old one, because this one did pick up on the vibration. So now I got a machine that picks up on vibration and is flashing. And yeah, I had to sacrifice one machine to make one functioning, but it's not that they are very rare. That's one thing. They are not popular either, because no one wants to use them anymore, or knows how, maybe even. But the thing is that this will pick up vibrations through this one. And maybe you can see that it's very, very sensitive. The slightest touch to this one will not only make a flash, it will also show a reading on the measurement device up here, showing me how much weight is supposed to be added somewhere. This is pretty cool. I want to test it. I do know how it's used because I have a manual for once. But I have never tried it before, and I'm gonna see if I can figure out how this works. The problem is, this is my 123 Mercedes station wagon. The tires are new, the rims has just been balanced. I don't think there will be any problems with this. So what I want to do is to put on the spare tire, which is a very, very old steel rim tire. I want to fit that, and then I want to test if it's in balance using this machine. And if it is, I'm gonna create an imbalance. And if it's not in balance, then I will try to balance it, because that could be quite fun. So firstly, I will remove this and replace it with the spare wheel. So this machine can do both static and dynamic balancing. According to the manual, I should start with the static. When doing the static, this one needs to be put on the ground like this, and this magnet needs to be adjusted so it fits on the lower arm, like this. So now I want to spin up the tire and see if it measures anything. If it doesn't measure anything, then the balance is probably all right. And then we will have to introduce an imbalance, but let's see. Firstly, it just needs to spin up. It's definitely flashing, so it's probably picking up something. Picking up almost 1 ounce. Okay, so this old tire got some imbalances, and that's a good thing. There's no weights on the rims or anything. It's an original spare tire. It's not off by a lot, but it is off by a little bit. So let's try to see if we can find that imbalance and fix it. So firstly, what I need to do is to just mark a random place on the tire with a piece of chalk. And then I'm going to spin the tire up, and then with the flashing, it will show me where the line is on the revolution, and then I will mark that. So let's try that. Oh, an important thing is I need to find the moment with the lowest revs and the highest reading on the gauge, and then mark the position. According to my eyesight, it was around there. That was the point with the highest reading on the gauge and the lowest RPM on the tire. I'd say it was pretty much there. I was reading almost one, I'd say 0.8 or 0.9 ounces. That is in the red, so we need to do something about that. We need to have it in the green for it to be all right under static. No! I measured the correct point, and according to the manual, we're actually within the green because the measurement was right there, right around 0.9. But if you look at the static graph, it is green. Therefore, it is within acceptable range, and therefore we can continue to do the dynamic balancing. For the dynamic balancing, we need to put this upright and put the magnet on the brake shield or something in there like the caliper. But the brake shield will work just fine on this one. And then this needs to be changed to dynamic. And then we need to redo the test. I'd say it was right around there, and I got a reading of 2 ounces. Now I need to do the same test, but the other direction. Okay, so I just redid the other direction. I actually say it's down here, not up here. But it's showing 3. It's throwing out the grease. Ignore that. Fix that later. It is showing around 3.5 one direction and 3 the other direction. I actually was expecting it to be the same in both directions, but that could maybe be different. I don't know. But according to my understanding, and note that I'm no expert, this is the one point from one direction and this is the other one. This is the middle point then. I'd say that's right there. I need to put it there, and then I need to take half the combined weight of both tests, so that will mean 6.5 ounces. That's around 184 grams. And then I need to add those weights on what is the top of the pickup point, and the pickup point is over here, so it needs to be there and there. I gotta say, the amount of weight needed makes me think that maybe I got the static a little bit wrong. I am still learning, but let's see. Ideally, we won't see a lot of flashing, and we will see a measurement within the green if everything's all right. So let's try. So that wasn't a great result, but I just reread the manual, and I'm not the best. I'm not the best in the world to read manuals, but I read it as you had to take the 2 readings and combine them, and then divide those by 2 to get the 2 weights you needed. You actually just have to take an average of the reading and divide that by 2. So I'm going to replace those massive weights. Yeah, did I mention I'm learning also? Could do all this off camera and then get back to you once I knew how. And I probably will that also, but I like to show the learning of stuff as well. And remove this one also. And then we can redo the test. And while it's not perfect, it is way better, almost within the green. Yeah, it could be better, but it's good enough for the first attempt, I think. That is nice. So this is a very cool piece of kit. I have to practice a bit more to get to really know how it's used. But I think I got the basics kind of all right, and I think the machine is working, which is the most important thing. I don't think it's a machine that I'm going to use very often, because normally a completely normal balancing job will do the job. But at high speed, sometimes this machine is what's needed to fix it. The thing is with this machine though, is that you balance the entire axle, so you will have to put the wheel on in the same position. If you take it off, you can't switch them around or so on. If you do that, you will have to start all over again. But this works, and it's very fun. I really love these kinds of machines. Yeah, it's a bit dangerous to work on. You have to really be careful, but it's cool, and I'm pretty sure some of you will like it also. I will make more videos on this machine once I get to learn it a little bit better. And I also have a vibration issue on one of my cars that I would like to fix with it in the future. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching. Don't forget you can support me. There's a Patreon link down below, and see you in the next one.